Hello everyone, my name is Ezra Garza, and welcome back to Chapter 6 of When Alter Egos Come to Life, a Markiplier fan fiction. Sir, I stayed mute, not caring to respond to Dark. Sir, you can't be mad at us all day. I continued to close my eyes and tried to focus on nothing. Sarah, this is really being childish. I still didn't let it up. Sir, you really should reconsider. I want to interview you as well, but it's kind of hard when you're doing this all day. I don't care, is what I wanted to say, but then this would be me talking to them and giving them attention. I know they can't leave, and they've been stuck together before, so this must be boring them to death. I wanted to smile, but I couldn't let them see I was enjoying this. It would ruin this moment, and Crush! I got up and looked over to the kitchen. Hey! I ran over, ignoring Google and Wilford, and saw that Dark had broken a plate. Dark! Well, that got you up. He did it once more. Crush! Stop! Not until you agree you will stop ignoring us. He held up another plate. Stop! Okay. Fine. He stared at me temporarily before realizing that I didn't mean it and placed the plate back on the counter. Jesus, you don't just go destroy people's things? Well, they will make up for the chairs that you destroyed in my realm. Oh, I forgot I did that. Yay! Sarah will love us again, Wilford exclaimed. Now we can finally do the interview. Wait, I didn't agree. Dark held up a plate. All right. Oh, this is gonna be fun. He pulled out a camera. Wait, that's my camera. Where did you find that? Oh, while you were ignoring us, I was looking around and I found it. It'll help me to inspire some questions. Okay, but I'm taking that right back afterwards. To upload? No, why would I do that? I don't even have a YouTube channel. You're no fun. Besides, if I were to have a YouTube channel, it would be... Never mind. Oh boy, I can see so many questions now. Come on, let's go. He pulled me away to one of the spare rooms that he'd probably found and sat me on the bed. I had one extra bed in the house in case anyone came over, as they always said they will do. But anyway, so what exactly are you going to be interviewing me about? Well, everything. I want to know your life, your family, your ambitions, your thoughts on killing the human population. Wait, what? I mean, building things to increase the population. ... This is going to be a long day. Dark's POV. We heard Wilford begin his interview through the walls and some muttering being returned. It seems that Wilford has found someone to play with, Google commented, watching where they had just left. Yeah. While they are doing that, do you suppose we should have a look around? Certainly. And so Google and I decided to explore the rest of the house. It wasn't all that big. It had about 4 separate rooms, including the one Sarah slept in, a back porch that was covered. Author's note, it's a sunroom, but I don't think they would know the suffix. Alright, on with the story. And a kitchen. In one of the spare separate rooms, there was a desk that had some paper scattered on it and some little figures that were being made, with many on the ground next to the trash bin. Most of them looked like little robotic figures meant to have a function, but what the function wasn't evident. There was also a bookshelf with very few books, most like school books and some more incomplete figurines. There was even a treadmill in there. Author's note, don't ask how he would know what a treadmill is, but it seemed to have been used for spare parts instead of the main use. We exited the room, and in the other room there was a whole array of books of all types. Fantasy, fiction, engineering, mathematics, music, puzzles, math-related, and others as well, and even some activity books. She seems to keep busy, I muttered softly, but loud enough for Google to hear it. Yes, she does. She mainly seems to enjoy math, but isn't that one of the most disliked subjects? I shrugged. I noticed a very small section of journals. Google caught what I was staring at and commented, I believe those could be journal entries. I don't believe it would be wise to look in them. Why not? Well, according to the internet, it's rude. Fine. With that, we left the room, and we found there was noise, like bumping around and such, and laughter. Google and I stared at one another, and then towards the room. Should we be concerned? Google asked. No, they're probably fine. Sarah's POV. Stop! I told you I'm not going to tell you! I gasped out as he continued tickling me profusely. Nope. You're going to tell me exactly what you read as fanfiction. The fans would find it fairly interesting. There's no one even there! Ah! Stop! Come on, Sarah. I can do this all day. Besides, your laugh is so cute. I'm gonna pee. Then you better answer quickly. No! I then positioned my feet in front of his stomach and pushed him off of me, and I ran to the restroom. Once I had relieved myself, I came back to see Wilford having a bored look on his face. You really had to go. Yes, you were tickling me a lot. Why won't you tell me what fanfiction you read? Well, it's just not all that interesting. But you do read it. He began to get up and approach me, not looking away from me. It has to have some interest to it. No, not interesting at all. He closed the door with his hand and had me cornered against the door. I don't quite believe that. I don't think you do either. He came closer and closer to my face, and my eyes were getting wider. He was only so many centimeters away from my face when I began to blush. Then he smiled and laughed. Oh my, look at your face. I was confused. Then I realized what he did. Hey, don't make fun. You were blushing so badly. Oh, I hope I got that on camera. He ran over to the camera that had a new position pointed directly at us. No! I ran over and tackled him onto the bed as he grabbed it. Give it here! No, you're just going to break it. I'm not going to break it. I'm going to erase that video. But you look so cute. Rawr! I jumped on him again and had a man grip on the arm that had the camera, and I was about to grab it when I felt his fingers begin to tickle my stomach again. Ah! No! I let go almost immediately and fell back, and once again he had conquered me and was tickling me, placing the camera aside on the table. Wilford! Come on, let me hear those squeals of yours. After another good 5 minutes of this, I was finally tucked out to where I couldn't really move. Wilford, please. Are you ready on fighting back? I was just getting started. Please, I give. So you won't delete the video? I nodded, and he grinned. Good. You're so cute when you're vulnerable. Shut up. I crossed my arms and looked away. He got up and stretched. I'm hungry. Come on. He reposed, pulling me from the bed and passing through the living room where Dark and Google kind of watched, slightly confused and amused. When we got to the kitchen, he began to look around and found the supplies to make a sandwich. He grabbed out a few plates after looking around through the cabinets and hands me a couple of slices of bread. It took me a few moments to realize that with extra people, I would need to buy more groceries. I tried not to think about it at the moment as I made my specialty sandwich. The others later joined in the cumbersome activity, and soon we all made it to the table. Dark kind of copying my specialty sandwich. I guess it means he had liked it. We ate in silence, all very much consumed in enjoying the food in front of us. It took me a while to realize that this is one of the very few times I've been able to enjoy a lunch around people without rushing to get back to work. It felt nice. I looked around at the others and saw the way they all ate differently, each unique but somewhat similar. They really are brothers. When we finished the meal, I realized what time it was. Oh, I forgot he's updated. Dark asked, Marky Moo! I ran over to the television and grabbed the remote and found the YouTube icon. I clicked on it and scrolled over to his videos and clicked on one of his Let's Plays. It was Bendy and the Ink Machine, Chapter 2. As the video started, I chanted the words alongside with him. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back to... And then I stopped since I really couldn't know what else he was going to say. The more I watched YouTubers, the more I memorized the different intros into different games. One of my favorite intros was Jacksepticeye's, which was... Tell them more lies! My name is Jacksepticeye and welcome back to... It was always fun to yell out as a pastime. I enjoyed the video. As I enjoyed the video, Dark sat next to me and commented, "You realize that there are three better versions of him right in front of you, and yet you choose to watch him." Well, you all have your own personalities. If you had your own YouTube channels, I would probably watch y'all, but we're not doing anything right now, so... He got out the remote and turned off the TV. Hey! He then looked over to me and picked me up once more, bridal style. Come on. Oh, hey, I did not allow you to pick me up. I kicked and pushed off him, and eventually I grabbed onto the side of the door frame when he opened the door. I said no. We're going to go and have fun. Dark. I looked over to Google and Wilford, who honestly didn't know what to do. Help! I felt Dark glance over his shoulder, and I saw Wilford flinch. Come on, sir, it'll be fun. I saw Google grab my keys from the hook on the side, and they all walked out, Dark still trying to get me to let go of the door frame. Sir, let go. I don't want to go outside. You can't be a recluse. I can if I want to be. I have rights according to the Constitution. ... Suddenly, time seemed to stop. Everything went cold, and I felt hands remove mine from the door frame. Gently but determined, and I was once again in the arms of Dark. I felt slightly dazed as he walked me to the truck and placed me in the back seat of the truck. When I heard the truck start up, as he buckled me in beside him, I looked to see Google trying to look up how to drive a car along with the rules of the road and of the terrain around us. Google, don't worry, it doesn't seem that hard. It's like riding a bicycle, in the words of humans. Considering that I've never been able to ride a bicycle makes me fear this very much. Before I could exactly express my thoughts, the car began going backwards, pulling out from the driveway, and then got on the road down the neighborhood. See, so far, so good. He kept going at a sleek 30 miles per hour, and we were approaching a speed bump. Google? Sarah, don't be a backseat driver. But Google, we are fine. There's no need to... The truck went up quickly and then over, and we all jumped out of our seats. I stared at Google's eyes through the rear-view mirror, and he had some pink on his cheeks. So I missed a few things. We should be fine. I glanced over at Dark, and he whispered in my ear, "If anything happens, I'll do my best to keep you safe." Although I was more concerned about the truck that was gifted to me when I was younger, that comment made me feel better about the situation. We went over another speed bump, and I looked over to Google again. I couldn't see that one. It was so low to the ground. We ended up making it to the main roads. We found ourselves approaching a local carnival that had made its way into the city not so long ago. It wasn't all that big, but it was a good enough size to host some roller coasters of sorts, along with some minor games, like popping the balloons and even knocking down some horse figurines. We got tickets. Thankfully, Wilford had gone my purse, and I had happened to have cash on me, and headed in. There were people everywhere already, even though it wasn't even close to being the evening, and adults were everywhere, smiling, and some children who may have been missing school for this as well. I kind of chuckled at the thought of the kids probably begging their parents to let them go. I felt a hand wrap around mine, and pulling forward, I saw it was Wilford. "Come on, the games aren't going to shoot themselves." I smiled and went along to play the games. There was no questions of Wilford's shooting skill, and once or twice I had to point out the play gun in front of him before he used his own weapons, which really did seem to appear out of nowhere. He was able to get many of the larger prizes with his good aim, that many had to limit him on how many tries he could do himself. Google, on the other hand, was merely observing people and their actions, sometimes the screen appearing in front of him as he researched the other area. While Wilford was beginning to get trigger happy, I felt another hand take hold of mine and saw it was Dark. Come on, might as well enjoy a few rides here too, right? Looking at him now, he seemed more composed than he was before. It's like after the whole ordeal this morning and the past, maybe he's trying to... Before I could finish my thought, we had made it to the first ride. It wasn't all that high, so I believed it was a fireball roller coaster that it goes around and hangs you out in the air. I haven't actually ever rode on one of these things. I usually just stuck near people handling the items and of those riding on it. In fact, I thought as Dark led me to the other side of the place to put our stuff down, I never really rode on any rides. Dark and I sat at the very front of the roller coaster, and Google and Wilford sat behind us. Because the man began to make sure we were strapped in correctly and walked around to the station. I'm afraid of roller coasters. The speed, the turning, and being upside down, I'm afraid my thoughts were interrupted as the speaker went on. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to make a few reminders for everyone. Please do not put any limbs out of the roller coaster while it is in motion or try to remove your straps. This ride is very fast, but it may draw some. As we're located on the front of the roller coasters, those conditions may apply to you if you are with those symptoms. If you don't have any other quarrels, then I hope you enjoy the ride. Author's note. I've been on one of these, but I've blanked out on what they were saying besides the limbs. I looked over to Dark, who seemed to be just observing the ride before looking at me. Sir, is something wrong? How do I explain this? Before I could say anything further, the roller coaster began to move, and I grabbed hold of the bar in front of me for dear life. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, dear, dear. The ride went forward some, then back some, then forward halfway, then backward almost 2/3 of the way, and left us hanging there, my chest pressed against the straps. Oh no, I don't like this. Then we were pushed nearly all the way to where I could see below me, and I began freaking out. No, 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 no. Then the worst part came. We were brought all the way around backwards, and then all the way around forwards, I giving out little spiels of, dear God, why? Oh my God, ah! And I profusely yelled in a man voice that appears when I am most terrified, since I have not comprehended, screaming apparently, and clung to my bar at all times. Then at one point it stopped, and Dark and I were upside down. Oh, please, just end! I yelled out, and I heard Dark chuckle lightly. I stared over at him and saw him grinning. I wanted to say something, but then we were being brought down again, and of course, the ride didn't answer my wishes, and we were brought all the way backwards and forwards. The whole time Wilford just wooing. By the time the ride had just settled back down, and was indeed back on the station, I pushed the straps off of me and felt my legs were shivering. When I looked down, I noticed I couldn't even control them, but made an effort to stand, with the help of Dark, of course, who seemed to be grinning at my futile efforts. Having fun yet? I glanced at the ground as he made her way off, and I saw Google pulling off a very loopy Wilford off the ride. Wilford, come on now. You can walk on your own. But we're still moving. It hasn't stopped. So Wilford is a little off his rocker as well. So they are like us, mostly. When we finally exited the area, we looked around before Dark came in front of me and asked, Are you ready for another? A grin slowly appearing on his pale features. I feel like he does this to get to me on purpose. I looked around at the other rides, but actually felt more confident in a sense. Yeah, his grin didn't stop though as he dragged the others behind us to the next roller coaster, much to Wilford's discontent. At the end of the day, we were all tuckered out, but I wanted to go on one more ride that didn't require a whole thrilling experience. It was the Ferris wheel. They would take you up, up, up into the air and stop periodically. Plus, I feel like Wilford needed a small break from all the rides. We were strapped in and ready to go. Dark sat with me and Google sat with Wilford, who eventually passed out on a shoulder, kind of make me laugh a little. When we reached the highest point of the small ride and stopped, I looked around the rest of the carnival and enjoyed the populated view. Everyone didn't look like ants, but it was clear that they were all going around and doing whatever assigned tasks that they had set out to do. Everything under the night sky was all so pretty. I smiled lightly as we came back down, and I could feel the sleepiness getting to me. So much so, I found myself falling all over Dark. Whoops. Sorry, Darky Moo. Sarah, are you okay? I'm fine. I really wasn't. This was the fourth stage of sleepiness. First stage includes a little yawning and some realization that it's time for sleep. Second stage includes lots more yawning and feeling slightly off balance. Third stage includes some slurring and a little dizziness. And stage 4 was where it all just met and broke me into a multiple mess, and how it's not suitable to be around people. It's dark. I believe this means we should head home now, before she progresses any more into this event. Nonsense! I'm fine! See? I began to twirl around and almost lost balance before Dark pulled me into him. Hi again, Dark. Where did you come from? I've been here the whole time. Oh, okay. I giggled and was about to go walking away from him when I felt him pick me up again, brow style. But at this stage, I really couldn't give a few. Whee! I need to give y'all nicknames. I know I just called you Darky Moo, but that's mixing Mark's nickname. Maybe I should call you Darky too. I realized what I said and burst out into laughter in his arms. Darky too! Oh, I made a good joke. I looked into his eyes as he kept walking me to the truck. Get it? Cause Mark has an M and you have a D. So instead of Marky Moo, it's Darky Doo. Like doo-doo. Then I realized what I said and laughed some more. He sighed and held me close to his chest, and I felt this warmth being cast around me. Before I could really realize what was happening, I began to get comfortable and move in closer to be able to sleep. Doc's POV. I watched her as she adjusted to the new stimuli and fell right to sleep. It was as though she was drunk, but she hadn't even drank a beer or anything since we've been out here. Google must have heard my thoughts because he simply muttered, "Sleepless people often act drunk, Dark. She'll be fine." I nodded as we got into the car. Google set Wilford down in the back seat, and I sat back there as well. We both taken the front seats. We got home safely, I telling Google to make sure to watch for the speed bumps on the way. When we made it back to the house, I went to go place Sarah in her room, and Google went to go place Wilfred in the spare bedroom. As I laid her down and tucked her in, I saw how she looked. I felt there may have been a change since I last saw her. Maybe she looked calmer? I couldn't tell, but she did. No, Dark. This is temporary, for Christ's sakes. We can't be having this. Just as I was about to exit her room, I felt myself pause. Hello, Doc. I held my head. No, not now. You'll need to release me eventually. And Sarah seems like a nice little human to torture. I won't let you hurt her. Right. I'll see you soon. I had control once more and exited her room, closed the door behind me. ... I opened the door again to lock the knob, and then I left to the living room to find Google holding his head. He looked up at me. Did it happen to you too? I nodded and he sighed. It's because we aren't in the other world. Now they want to come out to play here. What should we do? Well, I feel we just need to find a way to healthily release these moods. But what? Well, I know for myself, Just feeling I have control helps. Wilford probably won't experience these things because he's had to use his guns recently. For you, I don't know. Yours rely heavily on human interaction. It's fine. I'll figure out something before it takes over. He nodded. Well, I can watch you rest for a while to make sure it doesn't tonight. I nodded and laid along the couch. I sat on the chair. Then I let sleep take over me. Author's note. 4,000 words! I treat you all too well. This may be the longest chapter. I'll update this if it isn't. Hope you're enjoying. Feature author's note. It's not the longest. Alright. Hope you all have a lovely day. This has been chapter 6 of When Alter Egos Come to Life. Bye-bye.